Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Talking Movies. My name is Josh.
Who's next? We're all. I'm Chris.
Yeah.
I'm Clay.
I'm Randall.
We
I don't
just
think we're
need
in
like
order.
a specific order because
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should
let's
that
just
just.
that actually
do
that actually makes sense.
Chris, Clay, Randy next time or what something. Anyways, this week, this is Clay's pick from this year, Friendship.
It's a movie about us.
It is.
Friendship.
4-4.
Yeah.
Look, we had a couple of really nice hangs, but I think it best that we go our separate ways. I don't wish to continue this friendship.
You all accepted me way too fast. You can't do that. You made me feel too free. People need rules.
You should be dead, you psycho! Who are you?
Give me a second chance. Get to know me. There's a new Marvel out that's supposed to be nuts. We should go see that.
So I don't know. I read about this movie on Letterboxd a few times by some people I follow. And I only follow a handful of people, so the things that they like, I think, are generally represent me well. So anyway, I watched this movie. I had a hard time finding it, sought it out, and the first time I watched it, I was kind of like, what in the world was that?
Mhm.
My kids are familiar with the main guy. What's his name?
Tim Robinson.
Tim Robinson. Yeah. And so I had some experience with his show, but his show I can only watch in doses, right? It's just so freaking bonkers.
Yep.
But then this movie is
Uh-oh.
Oh, frozen. Oh no.
Awesome.
That's the best.
Yay, Zoom.
I can't even look at his face because it's making me giggle,
Really?
bro.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, I'm out.
It's the of all the people to drop out.
Right?
Oh no. Are you
There
back?
we go. There we go.
Hear us? What happened, bro?
I don't know. It just dropped out and fired it back up again.
Good old Zoom, I guess.
Josh,
Can't
Josh might,
win.
Josh might have to do a little edit there.
Oh,
I
what?
didn't touch
Oh,
anything. Anyway, was pretty fired up about this movie. Watched it once, thought it was weird, and I watched it the next day, and I think it's 2 days later, and I've seen it probably 6 times now. I probably watched it twice
jeez.
this weekend. Yes, I think it's just a stroke of genius, comedic genius. I know that sounds crazy, but it's super dark and then funny on top of that. And there are very unusual things that are implied that I still haven't figured out. So I'm interested to talk about this movie with you guys.
Yeah, I'll say so we ended up pushing the podcast for a whole week, right? So I watched it again last night. And I'll say the first time I was a little like I was chuckling throughout, but it's a very uncomfortable movie and I wasn't really sure what to think about it. And the second time I laughed a lot more. I thought it was quite a bit. I enjoyed it quite a bit more. It's
Dude, I'm a
still
little concerned about myself then because I didn't find this movie very uncomfortable at all.
I
Like
didn't
it
find it
was
that
it was
uncomfortable either.
okay, good, because I thought it was odd, but like uncomfortable I wasn't feeling that. Sorry, I didn't mean to completely just railroad you there.
no, you're fine. I finished my thought.
I I watched it twice as well because I watched it once with by myself
Mhm.
and I was so pissed off by the end of the movie that like I was like, dude, what is this? And I was like, what? And then Chris, I mean, it is kind of funny, but so then Carissa was like, we've been going through a lot, so I really thought like maybe it's just like my mind frame isn't in the right space for this kind of movie. So we calmed down, we had some talks, and then we wanted to watch something together that wasn't like a horror movie or a super dramatic something heavy. And You know what it was, dude, is the part where the guy's going through it with his wife. That I was watching that movie with that part. The moment I was having like the worst conversation that I've had
I was
in
gonna say, I don't
in my entire
know.
marriage. Like it was so scary, dude. My life got so crazy for a few days, and that really, really affected me. And it made me, it like upset me. I was like, why am I watching this crap? Dude, this guy's going through it. I
Yeah.
don't want to go through it. I don't want to feel like this. And so then I waited a few days and we rewatched it. And I think when my mind was in the right place, I was laughing a lot. I still don't know what I feel about it, if I'm honest, but I was laughing a lot on the second one because I was like watching Carissa watch it kind of. And this guy's such a giant idiot in the whole movie. I was just like, I don't know. I may have to watch it again, bro, if I'm honest, because I don't really know what to think about it.
I
It's
have a couple theories. I have a couple theories.
Okay. Chris, give
Yeah,
us your
I'll just
Yeah,
initial
go ahead,
thoughts.
Chris.
yeah, I mean, I watched it, of course, a week ago, and then I watched it at Clay speed last night, or double speed or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was, I mean, hilarious isn't the right word. Um, it is funny. I enjoyed the movie a lot. I enjoyed it the first time I watched it. I didn't find it that like uncomfortable, but I mean, he is just a giant idiot and being stupid and awkward. So, I mean, I guess it is sort of uncomfortable at times, but I mean, he's just
It's
supposed to
just
be an idiot, so he's
not
an
a
idiot.
guy you really want to be around, right? So it's just like,
No, he's a
and
giant
every time he says something, it's
goofball.
just like, God damn, why?
Dude,
Yeah.
I know people that talk like him though. Like at least not maybe not now, but I used to. So like I felt a lot of familiarity with this dude. And maybe I hope it wasn't because I was looking in the mirror. But I don't I don't know that that's not the case, I guess. But
Well, he's
yeah.
also just a guy that I don't think knows who he is very much and doesn't have a ton of personality, and just kind of like the whole thing is he kind of just gloms on to this guy and just
Yeah.
absorbs everything that he likes because he thinks he's cool. So he starts
Yeah.
trying to become him.
Yeah, dude, there was some awkward moments in this movie for sure. There was parts where I was like I felt bad, more than uncomfortable. I felt bad for the guy like 70 times. I was like, dude, man, like,
Yeah.
bro, shut up. You're being ridiculous right now. But then I'm also like, why is everybody so freaking mean to this dude? Like, he doesn't really
Yeah.
seem to like mean harm. I think he's just kind of a dullard. And people are like, ugh.
He doesn't have any friends. He's socially awkward. Like the second time I watched it, I actually felt more for him than I did the first time. Like,
Me too.
because they kind of just turn on him, and then he's just like, what the fuck happened, I mean, obviously he takes it to a ridiculous
Yeah.
degree, but I did feel for him a lot more. You kind of you can kind of see like he's he's not he just doesn't really change that much from beginning
No.
to end. But they in the middle of the movie when he goes to the friend hangout, they just kind of turn on him, and then he's just
Well,
pushed out and trying to like claw his way back in.
he wasn't even trying to go do that. He was like pushed out of the house to go meet these people. He goes and meets them. He's like, you know what? I like these guys. And then they're like, nah, screw you. He's like, well, hold on. He was content just sitting in his chair. And like, I felt like if everybody would have just let this guy alone, he'd have been a much happier person. Like, let him go see his
All he
stupid
wanted to do
Marvel.
was go see the Marvel.
Bro, it drove, and him calling it the Marvel was making me so angry, bro. I was so
It's
irritated by
actually
that.
it's so crazy that it's driving people crazy.
Yeah.
Like, but I did feel bad for the guy. Like, I might do all the problems that I have with characters, none of them were with this guy. Because I
Yeah.
thought everything he did was by either by accident or like it was innocent enough to where I was like, no, he didn't mean. Like, he showed up with a drum set that, like, he was like, hey, let's jam, dude. Like, I don't think he meant to be
Mhm.
like a prick. He was
Yeah.
just, but he's kind of annoying. And like, oh, bro, it was man. I'll tell you what, the one part where I laughed, okay, we're good with spoilers, right? It's a new movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's out on HBO now.
when Homeboy's wig fell off, bro, I
Oh,
fell
yeah.
out of the chair, dude. Like I could not. That's the one time that both times I watched it, I could not stop laughing because it was so shocking to me the first time I saw it. I was
Oh,
like, I literally
oh,
went, I've been trying not to curse, dude. I went, what the fuck? Like real loud. And I was like, bro, I was
That's
dying,
awesome.
dude. I was rolling on the floor laughing, man. It was funny.
Oh, because he slips in the piss in
Oh,
the
right.
holding
Yeah.
cell.
That's pretty accurate, actually.
Yeah, that was I mean, I like a lot of just the like little like simple like quick jokes like when they're going through the tunnels in the very beginning. And of course he like Paul Rudd jumps up in there and he goes through the tunnel and then he tries to go up there and like he just starts screaming at the edge of the thing. Like that's what kills me is just the quick dumb little probably throwaway jokes.
There's a million little lines in this movie that you can quote too.
Yeah.
You know, like, well, I'm my orgasms are just fine.
Oh, bro. Yeah, dude. Man.
I
Just
think
a
it's a guy
lot of
who's
stuff.
just like, I mean, it's apparent, obviously, but I think that he is just on the absolute edge of a nervous breakdown.
Mm.
And his life has changed, his wife has changed, his changed, and he is like Randy said, just like, what is going on? Like trying to get control of his life somehow. And then he meets these people just randomly and thinks like, okay, well, now my family kind of doesn't want me. I can go be with these dudes, right? They're my family now. And they sing that crazy song. Um,
Bro,
Yeah, whatever the 90s R&B song or whatever it was.
yes. And so he's like, oh, just completely enamored. And then he makes a social mistake and like an extreme one. Anyway,
Yeah,
and
well,
so I think
I
it's
didn't
weird.
I didn't
Go
really
ahead.
take anything he did or said like that serious. Like
yeah.
I knew what type of character he was or gonna be going into this movie, just being vaguely familiar with some of his, just clips and stuff I've come across. So like I mean I'm not trying to analyze like his mental state in this. Like he's just I mean he's a caricature of a person and oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's intended to be deep in any kind of way.
I didn't get that impression personally. I thought it was like a 2 hour sketch from a SNL thing or something. That's what it felt like to me. But done way better. Like I'm not saying that like as disrespectful. It's
Yeah,
just it felt like a very awkward dude. And it was just like, let's make a funny story about this awkward guy, like a day in the life of this guy, because he's such a weird cat. And like, his wife's like, dude, man, hold on, bro. Okay. The
Kate Mara.
His
Yeah,
Paul,
wife.
no, well, no, hold on. Before I even get to that, Paul Rudd socks this dude twice and then gets punched once like a little girl, and then everybody's mad at him. I'm telling you, dude, I was so angry during this movie, bro. And
yeah.
then
Well, I think
He
it is
sucker
meant to
punched him though.
imply that. Well, yeah, but I think it is meant to apply that Paul Rudd is a bit of a like a pussy, and he's kind of letting on this personality
Right.
that he's
that's
cool, and
true.
he's in a band, and
Sorry
does
about the tie. No,
yeah,
you're not. Quit
and
it.
does all this stuff, but he is a bit of a kind of a bitch.
He's a poser.
Yeah,
But then,
Yeah.
like, his wife's like, I'm gonna go hang out with my ex-boyfriend. I was
yeah.
like,
That's
bro, I'd have caught a charge right then and there. Oh,
And he
yeah, you
never
are?
remembers who he is. Devin, he's like,
yeah.
who?
Hey,
It's a running joke like six
he
times.
blocked that out of his memory, bro. He was like, I don't even
Yeah.
want to know.
I feel like his wife is sleeping with every single character in this movie. Like
I
everybody.
got a
The
weird feeling about her
fireman,
too.
the son, the
Oh,
Oh
freaking
yeah, y'all kiss each
like
other on
the
the mouth.
friend.
Oh yeah,
It's
that
just
one
like
caught me off guard.
really weird sexual energy from her. And then she has no problem telling him like, look, I'm going out with my ex-boyfriend. And that was what I was like, oh shit. Like, but every single person I feel like she interacts with it feels like she's sleeping with them. And I think that's like a
except
unique
him.
comedic aspect. Yeah. I think that's like uniquely creative with the comedy, right? Because you're like, what is going on with these two people? They've been married forever,
Right.
supposedly, and she's just out, just done. And you kind of understand, right? Because he's not a great dude to her, really. He's completely tone deaf with their relationship.
Yeah,
And I
that's the
guess he
thing.
was
That's
there for her
exactly
when
the
she had
word.
cancer
He's
or
tone
something.
deaf. Like no one. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just
So,
tone deaf.
man, it's a fascinating movie to me, and I don't know. I think the characters, the unique approaches of the characters, like yeah, he's a caricature of a dude, I think, but like Randy said, people like this that are you're just like, oh shit, not this
Yeah,
guy. I
people like
mean,
that do exist.
Mhm.
not
There's
this guy
about four of them at
again.
Alamo. Like, do
Oh,
I need to
dude, I
name
was gonna
names?
mention that.
Bro, like, I'll tell you this, man. I'm glad I rewatched it because had I watched it just the one time, dude, I was in full-fledged tears at that part where him and his wife are having problems. Because, dude, I'm telling you, I watched this movie probably three
In a
hours after
down
Chris and
place.
I had a horrible, horrible conversation, and I had no idea what it was about, so I didn't know that was coming. So I was trying to like decompress. I'm like, okay, I think we're gonna do fine, and blah blah blah. And then this movie comes on, and like 30 minutes in, I'm just like, bro, what is going on? I'm like sitting
I
here, I'm
had an
freaking
orgasm
out.
in the sewers. Yeah.
But you know, it was interesting because of my personal situation at that particular moment in my life. But you know, rewatching it with her was funny. I just everybody in this movie is so frustrating to me. I was just like, I wanted to physically harm most of the people in this movie, except the dude that everybody hated. I'm like, he didn't mean any of it. All you guys are being pricks on purpose. He's just kind of meandering through life, just trying to be like, not trying to blow himself up or whatever. Like, he was just in a mess, dude. Like, I don't know, man. The singing at that house
Yeah.
was very frustrating. Like, if I ever was at a place and y'all started singing like that, I would leave. You would never
That
see
was
me again. You ever want to get me out of there, just start doing that.
that was very weird.
I was
Oh,
hoping we could do a
I-
sing along for the podcast.
Yeah, I definitely thought about that too.
And
It's
I
like I
have
don't think I can
think
get Randy
of
to do
you.
that, but
No, sir.
it
Um,
would be pretty funny.
yeah,
I
and not to mention the frog trip.
Oh
Oh
my
dude,
gosh.
that might have been the funniest part, bro. He goes
Oh,
to the
that was
subway. It's out.
dude, just the fact that he orders a sandwich and then like just dude pops him up. He just ordered a sandwich.
He doesn't even get the sandwich. He just
No.
orders and then
He
it
goes out.
ends.
He's like, he goes out. What the fuck, dude? The way he talked and cursed was pretty funny, bro.
That toad ripped me off, that little fucker.
Yeah, man.
I
I
love
don't
you
know.
too, boy.
Oh, when he
Yeah.
goes in there the first time to get the phone and he invites him across the street to get a beer.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm 18. I was like, oh, you know, girls these days, they look like they're 25. Teenage girls, they look like they're 25. I guess it's the same with guys.
Yeah, dude. This guy. Oh man,
What do you say to that?
dude, I want to go out in public with a guy like this just so I can get a good laugh, bro. Like I wouldn't be, that wouldn't bother me at all. I'll be like, dude, he's the one saying it. Don't look at me, bro. He's the one being weird. I'm here to get a chuckle, bro. What are you talking about? You listen to
Right.
this idiot? Like, yeah, man.
It's one of
this.
those movies where like I feel like the first time you're not quite sure what to make of it, but it's almost like movies like The Big Lebowski or something. I'm not putting it on that level for me, but
Sure you are.
but like the first time people watched that movie, they were like, "Fuck this! What is this?" They didn't know what to make of it. But it's one of those kind of growers, I think. The
Sure.
lines.
Well, I watched the trailer for this once before. It was like, so when Clay mentioned it, I already knew what it was. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I was really surprised that he liked it so much, and I was like, dude, why is? And like halfway through it, I just was like shaking my head. I was like, I understand why Clay likes this so much. Um, but I was fully expecting it to be more like that "I Love You Man" movie because it had Paul Rudd in it. I thought, oh, they're just gonna make another one of these because I didn't never see this go to the theater, so I thought it was like a direct to video thing. I didn't know what. I never heard of this other guy either. I don't know who he is, so I've
Oh,
never
really?
seen him in
Okay.
anything. So I didn't know. I had no idea who he was.
Oh,
So,
there's memes and gifs
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff
got all
of him
kinds of.
everywhere.
I think
oh really?
I think he started on YouTube or something or some
That's
other
awesome.
kind of. But then, like, I've just seen his clips and stuff. I mean, yeah, the 55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies. Like
What
when he
was
goes,
that?
he goes to the drive-through, and what is it? Like he orders something, and then they say like, oh, the person in front of you like paid for the meal, like pay it back type of thing, and he just speeds through the drive-through, goes back around, and just like spouts out the most ridiculous order. It's like, you gotta pay, you gotta buy it.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's ridiculous, but
Wait, that's his like clip show or whatever?
it just yeah, I think he's just had a lot of
He's like he's a
sketch comedy stuff.
comedy,
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I might be interested in watching some of that, but like, yeah, dude, for the longest time during this movie, I was thoroughly confused. I am genuinely glad I watched it the second time because I liked it a lot more. I was very upset when I got done watching it the first time, but
Yeah. I knew what type of comedy I was in for. Like I didn't know how well it was gonna work for a hour and a half movie. But yeah, it worked well for me. And I was hearing some buzz about it, but I don't think it had like a wide release. I think it had like a limited release,
Yeah,
I
it's pretty
guess.
small.
But
It's A24, but yeah,
yeah,
pretty small.
yeah. But I was hearing good things about it. I was just like, I don't know how well this guy's gonna work for a movie, but
Yeah.
dude, you know the one part that surprised me the most in this whole movie? You're gonna be like, what? Because I guess I just missed a part of dialogue somewhere, but when he knocks on the dude's door and his wife opens, I literally like out loud went, "Wait, he's got a wife?" Like I must have just missed something, dude. I didn't.
Yeah, he's like kind of mentions her like maybe once, but it is weird because she doesn't really show up until like the middle of the movie.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Who is this chick, dude?" I was so confused. But I always think it's my fault because I just don't catch things in movies fairly often. So I was like, I must have just missed something, and I just
I mean, the
chalked it up
first
to
like 2 or 3 times they hang out, you never see her.
right.
I think that's the first time you see her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the son kissing the mom, bro. Like it just
You guys
Like-
kiss on the lips?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
honestly,
there's
go ahead.
There's,
Chris,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
there's a lot of just like little setups, but then quickly because like that happens, and then you're like, wait, did that just happen? And then he says something, and then I mean that's part of the joke. The same thing with like him running into the door at the party. I was like, you see it coming. Like he's like the guy goes inside and closes the door, and he's still standing there. Like, oh, he's probably gonna run to the door. So he runs into the door, but it doesn't break. He goes inside, and then boom, behind, and 5 seconds
I
later.
like that they waited though.
Yeah,
You know?
that yeah, that's the kind of stuff I like.
He brings it up later. He's like, "Bro, it's about the door. I said I'd pay for that." I was like, "Bro, I
I
feel you,
love
man."
the end of the movie. He
He
just runs through the
yeah.
door
Yes.
again.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact. I mean, like, you kind of forget. At least I forgot about the gun because he goes inside and he takes the gun, and then he just shows up at the very end, like
No, I
goes-
give him credit for
goes
the gun
back-
part because Carissa was like, "Oh, he took the gun," and I was like, "Yeah," because I knew I knew what was coming in 10 seconds later when he realizes he has it. I was like, "Yeah, but he didn't take it like he wasn't trying to take it. He just forgot he had it in his hand."
Yeah.
Which, dude, I mean,
Who does that?
dude, if I was in somebody's house, I've been in people's houses I wasn't supposed to be in, man, and I can tell you, I've walked out of places with things in my hands before. Like, I mean, he's stuck too because he can't go back in there, bro.
Yeah,
Dude,
but that whole scene cracked me up because like he's waving this gun around, but he's not being like overtly a dick. I mean, even when I forget what happens. Whatever happens to Paul Rudd, it makes his wig fly off again, and he's like protecting him. He's trying to be nice and like cover for him that his wig fell off again.
The
But
gun, he fires the gun by accident, I think.
oh, okay, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it was. But he's still trying to be nice to him, but then he goes back to waving the gun.
Well, he starts pointing the gun at him and telling him to ask him questions, and then they ask him questions like, "What's your favorite color?" He's like, "I can't think of anything. I'm too nervous."
Oh
me.
man. I can't remember what Carissa said about it. I'm pretty sure she enjoyed it though. Because if she doesn't, I'll usually know really quickly. And I think she was laughing quite a bit too. But we were talking about it how we thought that both characters represented both of us equally, which is I think it's kind of
That's
accurate. I think that I see a lot of dude, I say and do weird stuff by accident sometimes. I don't mean nothing by it, but I am positive that I have made people either uncomfortable or even like irritated without really meaning to. Like And I know my wife, and especially because she's got so many traits that Bricken has, he does the same stuff, man. He'll say things, and I'm like, and he's like, "What?" I'm like, "Never mind, man. We'll talk about it later. Like, I'm not gonna explain it to you in front of people because you didn't mean to say it like that. Like, it's, I think it might be an autism thing for both of them. But I thought about that quite a bit. I was like, I wonder if this guy's supposed to be like on the spectrum. I think he might just be an idiot, though.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
So was the wife in the sewer for like however long, or did she just run away?
I don't know, but homeboy went right back to work.
I think I think she lost him on purpose, and she's like, I'm just gonna go, because she
Yeah,
said she had an orgasm in the sewer. I'm
Yeah,
like,
she was looking for Devin.
yeah, okay. She went and ran off with her boyfriend and decided to come back after a while.
No, her son was in there.
Somebody was looking for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom,
I don't know.
Mom.
That's a weird part of the movie.
Dude, the whole movie's a weird part of the movie.
It's so weird, but
And she sits him down real serious like and is like, we're gonna have a conversation on the couch, kind of, right? And then she's like, I had an orgasm in the sewer. And he's like, okay, it's such a weird conversation. Oh man,
yeah, and
I
then
love it.
she says she's leaving. She's gonna go stay in Devin's pool house, and he's like, "Who?"
Bro.
That was her freaking revelatory moment in life, was that she was in the sewers, lost, away from him,
And
and
she was happier.
climaxed.
Yeah.
Well,
It's just so
when he goes and gets the van and he just like gives it to her. I don't think he was even thinking of like asking. I think he was just giving it to her. I honestly was like, bro, that's what's up, man. Like this dude's trying to be a good guy, man. Because I'm telling you, I wish I could explain to you guys the conversations I had earlier that evening. This movie hit me in a weird place, bro. It was a very strange viewing for the first time. But I felt it, man. I was like, bro, he's like, I
That's
should have done this a long
amazing,
time
man.
ago.
I think it's crazy that this freaking comedy movie could affect you in two completely different ways. Like
Oh,
that to
dude.
me speaks of the genius of this movie. Is like
I
you
don't
don't
even
know
think it's a
what to
genius
feel.
movie. I think it just I had the misfortune of watching it after a just an absolutely horrible day.
Yeah, but if you watch
Maybe I
Dune,
misunderstand. Maybe I'm
I do
misunderstanding
think
something.
it
Or
is like addressing problems that people actually have in life
for
in a
sure,
in
for
a like
sure.
a over the top comedic
Right?
way, obviously, but people socially awkward people and their
Yeah.
relationships and all that stuff. I think there's
But
some real stuff like Clay's saying.
I definitely did have two very different reactions to it, and I mean they were both. I don't know if visceral's the right word, but they were both like animated reactions. One I was laughing pretty hard, and then one I was genuinely in tears, man. When that stuff happened to him, I felt so bad for him. Like, dude, I'm about to start crying right now, man. Like, I couldn't even watch it. I had to pause it, get up, walk around the house for a minute. I was like, this poor bastard didn't even really do nothing, man. I was like, but maybe that's where he made the mistake, and he wasn't doing enough. He wasn't paying enough attention to his wife. He wasn't paying enough attention to his kid. He wanted to go see a Marvel. Like, bro, oh. Dude,
or
and
the
then stuff.
world is cruel, right? All his friends make fun of him at work, and the guy that he tries to befriend hates him, and his wife is cheating on him, and his son is making out with his wife. But it's just the weirdest shit.
Bro, it's so messed up, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Also,
And then he,
like, I don't know if any of you watch it with subtitles on, but
No.
when they first started hanging out and Paul Rudd's playing Slipknot in the it, and the subtitles say
I did watch it
punk,
with subtitles on.
punk rock music or something
Why'd
like
you
that.
remind me of that? Dude, it made me so. Oh, dude, that's what pissed me off when I first watched it. That was the first thing. I couldn't remember what it
I
was. I've been sitting
reminded
here,
the
dude.
misclassification of Slipknot.
you.
I
Yeah.
hate that band so much. Like I hate them so much. And the weirdest, most odd thing is that over my life, I have told people, "Hey, what kind of music you listen to?" And I say, "Punk," And at least a half a dozen times I have heard, oh, like Slipknot? And I'm like, no, nothing like Slipknot. So when it came on,
Punk.
dude, I couldn't. The first time it happened, I thought, oh, that must have been a joke. And then it comes on again, and like Chris said, it says punk music at the bottom, and I was like, Carissa looked right at me, dude, and she was like, "Are you okay right now?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just want, yeah, I'm fine." I was so irritated, but what? I mean, whatever. It is, at the end
They
of the
took a
day,
dump in your sandbox, man.
they
Yeah,
really
I'm
did,
sure.
man.
I'm sure that whoever captions the movie has no freaking clue
That's what I was thinking.
what
I was
anything
trying to
is.
decide if I thought it was
Yeah,
intentional
Yeah,
GPT.
or if it was just somebody didn't know what they were doing.
yeah, because they mentioned punk music a couple times in the
Right.
when he gets the drum set, he's like, "Oh, you should play more punk" or something like that. Um,
But see that part
so
but that I think you're right,
yeah,
Chris. I think they don't really know what they're doing because
no, they
that
don't.
I understood because that made sense. He's like, you don't even got to play that well, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
He's right. I know a lot of bands that I
Mm.
genuinely love that are terrible
Yeah.
at their musician at their instruments, and like it doesn't really matter. That's not the
yeah,
point of that music most of the time, or at least it wasn't.
yeah, but yeah, like the people captioning the movie. I mean,
Freaking
they're just,
Slipknot, dude.
they're just somebody paid to
Ugh.
capture the movie. They don't know.
I was genuinely bothered by that, and I know it's so dumb. Like it's so stupid, but like, I'm cutting and pasting pieces of paper together at my desk today to make this magazine for this like culture that I'm a part of. And then these fucking idiots are like Slipknot, fucking punk. And I just fucking stab myself in the ear. It really does annoy me like
Yeah,
that. It's bad. It's stupid. I shouldn't let it bother me, but
but no, but I thought it was just funny too that they had that moment when they're going on their adventure or whatever, and then when he wakes up the next morning in his house and he's playing Slipknot
And
and
cooking
like
mushrooms.
cooking mushrooms and stuff.
when he
But
ate that mushroom in the woods, I was like, why? Why are you doing this, dude?
and then I went
Like,
to the mall.
yeah. He's like, so this is what you do, huh? This is fun? And he's like, yeah. And all of a sudden he just goes, "Ah," and like rouse in that cup.
Yeah,
Oh man. Dude, I
That's
used to
so
go
good.
around this big field behind my neighborhood, and there was like, I don't know, 20 or 30 cows back there. And when I was like 14, I was taught how to pick mushrooms. And I definitely ate a bad mushroom once and had a very similar reaction. So like I was laughing at that because I was laughing at myself. I was like, oh, I remember that. That was horrible. I didn't get up and walk away either, man. I was on the floor, bro. I was at my house. Wasn't at a mall or anything, but I ate a real small cap of the wrong kind because I was still real young and not really knowing. I should have been doing it to begin with, but I mean, I was picking mushrooms at like 13, 14 years old and eating them. We would go home with trash bags full of them things, dude. It was awesome. Hell yeah. Let's hear it for hallucinogens.
yeah,
Fun
yeah.
times.
And no,
Early
no
childhood
toads, no
hallucinogen.
toads though.
I would love to do something like that, bro. I've taken peyote, I've taken lots of mushrooms, I've eaten lots of LSD. Like, I feel
Lick a
like
toad.
LSD's all chemical, so I don't really want to mess with that. But I don't have a problem with mushrooms, man. I feel like that's a spiritual thing. It can help you out, man. Help you calm down. It reset me, man. I took some for my 40th birthday and it reset my brain. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Like in a
There's
in a
something to
real
that.
positive way. It was good. It was good, man. It was good for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I've
the
always heard
like,
that.
actual uses, but I feel like that's been around for forever, man. People have been doing that stuff, before modern medicine was a thing. So,
Yeah, at least it's natural.
right.
Yeah, they do like, MDMA therapies and they like ketamine therapies and all kind of stuff like that. So
Dude, I need to go get some therapy, bro. What are we talking about?
I mean, it's at a doctor's office. I mean, you're not partying.
Can you imagine taking some MDMA at a doctor's office?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not the funnest
Hey,
environment.
would you rub my kneecap for a second? They're like, what? Some 62-year-old man with a beard? You're like, fuck, bro. What a bummer.
Yeah. Doesn't
But
sound ideal.
but yeah, so I could see watching this like every couple of years and having a good laugh.
Yeah. I agree.
Every
I've-
couple weeks or every couple days.
Yeah.
Dude, I will not watch this movie again for a while, but I probably will watch it again. Like
That's
I
great.
I can't handle it again too soon because it is so absurd. Like, because it does kind of stress me out a little bit. I really feel bad for the character, the main guy. I was wondering if y'all were thinking the same things that I was thinking, because I was like, I don't really feel like he deserves any of this terrible treatment he's getting, but
What's what kind of what I mean about uncomfortable? It's not just uncomfortable that he's, you know, an idiot, but it's like the poor guy is just going through a lot. It's not, you know. Good pick, Clay.
Yeah,
I was
cool.
I was planning to watch this at some point. I'd heard good things about it, but
I'll
glad,
be honest, when you brought it up, I was like, oh.
yeah,
And I was like,
figured.
just don't even worry about it. I'm just gonna watch it and whatever, because I've picked some pretty bad movies recently. So I was like, whatever.
I,
And you know, turned out to be better. Most of the picks I've had the last 6 months, I haven't been picking very many good ones.
I
So
think we just had a pretty good conversation about it. So good job. Anyways,
Hell yeah.
all right. So for my pick next week, it's spooky month, and I thought I would pick some real schlock this time.
let's
Oh
go,
boy.
dude.
Unexpected
me.
schlock from Josh.
So the director that did Cannibal Ferox and it's a bunch of other schlocky Italian movies.
Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah, it's a movie called Nightmare City.
I love this movie, dude. Let's
I
go.
was wondering if anyone had seen it
I
before.
own 2 copies of this movie,
Do you
sir.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
All
Yes.
right. So before 28 Days Later, Fast Running Zombies, there was there was running zombies that shoot guns and rip off women's blouses.
I
So,
watched this like 2 weeks ago.
oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Never heard of this one.
Not tripping, bro. I'll watch it again.
Neither have I.
It's
Neither have I.
it's on Canopy and it's like $2 to buy it. So I just bought it.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah,
I'll
I
buy
bought
it.
it on Blu-ray, and I didn't realize I already had a DVD of it, or I probably wouldn't have bought the Blu-ray.
Okay.
But yeah, I
Canopy's
like the
awesome.
movie.
I've been using Canopy a lot.
Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff
I
on
can't
there.
get Canopy to work on any of my devices. Like I
Huh.
can't. I've got 2 library cards through my wife, and I can't get it to work at all. So I've just gave up. I don't really care enough. So, but yeah, this movie's cool, man. I hope you guys like it.
Okay. Yeah, I watched like 20-30 minutes just to see if like is this gonna be a total dud or not? But I'd heard it was pretty fun.
This
I
is
mean, I
like
think
the
it's gonna be like
exact.
real garbage. Like
It's hot garbage.
but I figured it would be a good time for everyone. So
Yeah, dude. This is like I'm shocked you picked this movie, to be honest, because this is one that I would pick and not be sure I should pick it.
oh
Like,
really? Okay.
yeah, but no, I hope you like it, man. I really
I
do.
like schlocky Italian movies and
That's a valid point. You do like Italian stuff that's done.
yeah. And
Yeah.
this guy did another one called Nightmare Beach, I think. And
I have
it's
that one
some
too.
real hot garbage and it's really fun.
I didn't know that he was the same guy that did Cannibal Ferox. Is it Ferox or Ferox? I don't know actually know if I'm pronouncing that right.
It's Ferox, or I don't know.
Okay. I've been saying Ferox for the whole time.
He's done a bunch of those. He
I didn't
did
know
a
it was the same
few
dude.
cannibal movies and a bunch of like schlocky Giallo movies and stuff like that. So yeah, should be a good time. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be a deep conversation, but I think we can all just like have a good time with it. So what else? Oh,
We haven't done a talk about.
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I've been
One
waiting
battle.
to talk to you
It's
about
been
it.
2 weeks and we have not
Weapons?
talked about one battle after another.
My man said weapons. Dude, you caught me completely off guard when you said that. I was like, huh? I love that movie though. I need to rewatch it again.
Was it better than Weapons?
Was it better
Yes.
than- Just say yes.
I don't know how to answer that, because if I had to pick one to watch on any given day, I'd probably pick Weapons. But it's because that's what I like to watch. But I don't think it's a better movie than.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I thought that movie was excellent though.
Oh, me too.
One Battle After Another. Speaking of, I thought it was awesome, bro. I
Both
love
are
that
excellent
movie.
movies. I mean, that's these are 1 and 2 for the year for me, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, the new
Jimmy and
Tom
Stiggs, bro. You
Sands.
gotta watch Jimmy and Stiggs, dude.
I will try and get that watched this month. Yeah.
That is far and away my number one right now.
Really?
By a mile, yes. Are you even
Really?
yes,
On the
dude.
Randy rating, you have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, no, like because it's so insane. Like the movie is absolutely like by the end of the movie, I was just like, I don't get shocked often. I was
Really?
like dude, it goes. I'm not going to tell you. It just goes. It goes insane, bro. It's cool because it's all so encapsulated in one little spot. But
It's
yeah,
like
dude,
all
just
in
if you
one
get a chance, yeah,
apartment,
it's
right?
it's all in one apartment. It's yeah, and dude, they go for it, man. Like they go for it. Like, and the thing is that you're either gonna really like this movie or you're really gonna be like, that was terrible. And I can totally understand
Yeah.
why somebody, especially somebody like Josh, who likes a particular style of like, I don't know, you might really appreciate it. I don't know, man. I can't
Well,
tell anymore, so I
you
don't
know,
know.
I enjoy the Evil Deads and the bad tastes of the world too.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I'd say
that.
it has a lot of common with both of those.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I don't think
I
it's
am
as good as
interested.
them, but it's way,
Yeah.
way fun, bro. I was definitely thinking, okay, this could be a swing and a miss. And by the end of it, I was like, man, I'm glad I drove all the way out here because I drove kind of far to go see it. So anyway, sorry, let's talk about the clearly better movie.
Yeah. One battle after another. New Paul Thomas Anderson movie. We all went and saw it in IMAX together,
Yep.
and I think we all were very impressed with it, right? Um,
Yeah.
I think
And
Randy
that's
and
your
I have
favorite
both.
movie ever.
I mean, in the last few years, for sure. Um,
Excuse
I
me.
mean, it's not saying a lot. The post-COVID Hollywood has not been like the most is not been the most bountiful time for great
Yeah, but you
films.
got,
But
Dunes and
I've been having a great time post-COVID with the movies, man.
Oppenheimer and there's been some good stuff.
there's been really good stuff. There's been some great stuff. But
Dude, it's funny because those are two movies that I do not like.
Nosferatu,
That
Timmy
was
and
awesome.
Stiggs.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Barbie, which I just still can't figure out why people like so much, but a very big movie. That's a big one. Um, I saw it again as well, Josh. Did you get to see it again? Yeah, you
yeah,
took Tori, right?
yeah. I took Tori.
Neither of you guys have seen it a second time yet?
No.
It's a big undertaking, man. It's 3 hour
Yeah.
a theater. You got to watch trailers and then the movie. It's going to be 3 hours.
I
Uh,
almost went this weekend, but I was like, dude, I can't do 3 hours
mm,
again.
right.
Like
Yeah,
I think time flew by in those 3 hours we watched it, but at the same time, I was like, I don't know. I don't spend half my day out there.
yeah.
And
We
it's
did
That's
we
like
did like a
the
5 p.m. showing on Sunday, but I know AMC does like literally 30 minutes of previews. So we left the house at like 5 minutes after 5 and got there like just as the previews were ending. It was perfect because I didn't want to be there for 3 hours and 20 minutes.
right.
Yeah.
right.
So it worked out perfect. And
I was
she
sorry.
she loved it too. Like it
Man,
does really fly by. Like it's there's a lot going on. It's not like I wouldn't say it's like it was not like a breakneck speed, but it moves and it's never I would not say it's ever boring.
Yeah. Once you get
It's
through that first
constantly.
act, it's pretty steady pace.
Well, and that first act is like almost a montage too. Like
Mm.
watching it again, I'm like, man, it's like really like flies like through time in that first section. It's really trying to it's like it's a good like 30-minute chunk, but it's like really establishing, you know, the reason for everything that happens.
well,
The main section of the movie.
when I watched it the second time, I really felt as if the first little bit of it was like a prelude, and then
Yeah.
you get the movie with the second and third act, and like I don't often say this, but that was like the quickest long ass movie I've ever watched. Like I feel weird because I do want to watch it again, but I'm like, do I have to carve out like a significant chunk of time
Mhm.
to sit down and watch this? So I may have to wait until I can buy it and then watch it in half. But I want Carissa to watch this so bad. And I will say this, you're not going to probably agree with this, but I liked it way better in a smaller theater. Like it was,
Oh,
uh,
really?
yeah, man, I had the perfect seat. The audience wasn't as good. I didn't have as much fun because you guys weren't there, but I liked watching it on a smaller screen better. I think it's because there's so much going on in every piece of this movie. Like you got to be watching the back. I can't do that on a screen the size of an IMAX screen, man. Like, if I can, I need to be way back, further back, which I didn't know. I didn't know what this movie. I had a
Hmm.
blast watching it with you guys. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I just enjoyed it a little more
Yeah.
in a smaller theater screen, and you know,
Yeah. I mean, I was much more immersed the first time, I think. But part of that was this lady brought her 5-year-old kid
oh,
sitting right
bro,
next to us, and I felt bad for the kid because he's just like squirming around for 3 hours, like he can't sit still,
Yeah.
and
that's insane.
that really like bummed me out. But it didn't ruin the experience. We still had
That's good.
a really good time. So the guy sitting on the other side of me was looking at his phone half the time, but was still like into the movie. I was like, okay. So
I spoke to the guy to my left.
it was annoying, but yeah.
Yeah, that's AMC crowd.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I have no problem being like, say, bro, put your fucking phone down. I told the guy, like, he had it on and he was like writing notes on it, bro, for like a good 10 minutes. And
Oh,
I was sitting and he was like, he was only one spot in between me and him. So I could see it. And I was like, could you not? It was only two of us on the whole row. You can't turn a little this way so the light's not in my face. If he had turned, I don't think I would have even cared. But like, he had it like right. I mean, dude, it was weird, man. He was just typing away. And I kept looking at him. And at one point, I looked at him for so long, I was waiting for him to look right at me. And then he did. And I kind of like just went, and then I sat back in my seat. I was trying to not say nothing because I don't care. Like I'm not afraid of this guy. So like
Hmm.
I was like, dude, and then finally he did it again, and I was like, hey man, put your phone down. I didn't curse at him, and I was like, hey, put your phone down, man. And he kind of looked at me, and I was like, seriously, put it down.
Yeah.
And he just kind of looked at me, and
You're in a movie,
I
like,
was like pointing at the theater screen, like, you don't want to see what's going on here, man. This movie does not slow down. Like, you're missing stuff, bro. Like, what are you doing? And then I heard some kids complaining when we were leaving the theater that they didn't like it because it was, oh, bro, I was so irritated. These are like 20-year-old dumb kids that don't know anything about the world, and they were saying stuff that I was just like, bro, y'all didn't even pay any attention. Like, they were saying things that it was very clear that all they got out of it was something that they were triggered by, and I was like, man, you didn't even catch like
uh,
the whole message of this movie, man. Like it ain't about that, dude. And I didn't say nothing to him. I was just taking a leak after the movie, and they were in there complaining. And as I was walking out, they were, parallel to me and just kept going about it. I was like,
I
dude,
mean,
shut up.
anything that addresses issues, like addresses racism and things like that, it's just fodder for somebody to misinterpret. So it is what it is there. People are,
Did you find Sean Penn's walk way less irritating the second watch?
I found it hilarious. I mean, I
Oh,
don't
dude,
know.
the first time we watched it, I thought every time he would walk on screen, I was just like, ugh. It
Well,
was just
obviously he has a serious injury, and
right.
also it just looks like he has a giant stick up his ass the whole
Right. No,
movie.
no, no. I know it's by design, but by
Yeah.
the second time we watched it, it was a lot less bothersome for me, and I was very grateful because I can't help it. I latch on to weird things in movies, and it'll bother me, and I was very
Mhm.
glad that it didn't bother me the second time because, man, I really, really, this is far and away my favorite PTA movie because I don't really like that guy's films the way you guys do, or at least Josh.
Yeah.
Um, it's far and away, like way, I mean, this one and then probably like Boogie Nights, and I don't even know what would be after that.
Mm.
So. Um, I'm probably gonna buy a good copy of this. If Clay ends up with a second copy of a Steelbook, I might trade him or something. But dude, the movie's great, man. I don't even care about Steelbooks like that. Like that's how much I liked it. I would own a Steelbook.
I got another one and it's going to be floating around. I mean, I don't need to for sure. Um, you know, I'm totally
Word,
wide open to it.
cool. Oh yeah, throw my name on there.
Did you
But
order
Yeah.
the Boogie Nights Steelbook, Randy,
no, I don't really get Steelbooks.
or just
I'd rather
the
no.
4K?
It's not a movie that I'm gonna watch enough
Okay.
because it's stuff Carissa's not gonna be into that. Like she'd probably rather watch. She likes procedural stuff, and like I'm trying to get her to watch Magnolia to kind of see how she likes that one because I don't know if I'm gonna even like it. I'm just gonna rewatch
I
it.
was
But
gonna ask if you watched that. Yeah.
no, I've been trying to, but like I haven't had time, and I want to sit down and pay attention to it. I'm gonna try to get some of it watched tonight. But
Yeah, I was gonna bring it up. at
I'm
some
gonna
point.
watch it like ASAP. Like I wanted to watch it earlier last week, but I just, dude, yeah, whatever. I don't want to
I
talk
think
about it more. But my life's been a tornado, so it's just haven't had the time.
I think you're gonna hate it.
Probably, but I want to watch it anyways.
Because
Tom
I
Cruise's
even
hair in it really irritates me, but
yeah, I mean, I got through a good chunk of the movie like because I didn't like it the first time.
Yeah, we did it for or very early in the podcast, like 2020 COVID time.
Yeah. So I was like, man, I don't know if still not like enjoying it a whole lot. I don't like 30, 45 minutes in or something like that. And I'm like, I don't know how this is going to go. But I mean, I actually loved it the second time. I completely changed my mind. I loved it.
see, that's what I'm
It
wondering
was
if it'll
awesome.
do to me.
I don't think
No,
this is not one for you at all. I don't think. Because like and I remember watching it the first time and just being kind of confused through most of it because it cuts back and forth through all these different characters and it's not that it's like a hard to follow movie, but like you don't really get a good idea of like where it's going, like what's happening, what are we leading towards, and then you get freaking 2.5 hours into the movie and then frogs fall out of the sky. And like the first time I watched it, it was like, this is stupid. Like, what is going on? Like there's no resolution, really. I mean, but like the second time, it all just kind of clicked and worked for me. But
well, now I'm pretty hesitant.
I don't think there's anything that you're really gonna like latch on to. Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to watch it, but I think you'll probably struggle through most of it.
I mean, I could always turn it off, so there's that.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, man. I just feel like when there's movies that are so important to my friends, like I want to at least give it a like actual like I don't know, put effort into trying, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, if I don't like it after a second watch, so be it. I don't care. And I'm not afraid to argue with people about a movie that I don't like. But I just feel like it's like, you know, if a new Rancid record came out and Josh heard 30 minutes of it or a third of it or whatever and was like, yeah, that was terrible. I would be so disappointed. I'd be like, well, don't even tell me, dude. Like at least listen to the whole record. So like I look at it like that, you know, like if I care about something enough, like I know that the reason that Josh doesn't watch Terrifier 3 is because he knows based on Terrifier 2 that's not his jam. Well, I can understand that, but if we're talking about a whole different movie from a whole different thing, like I don't know, I would want him to watch something else that I really liked.
But
I
if
want him to watch Jimmy and Stiggs, and I don't
but
know
if
what he's going to think about
but
it.
if Damien Leone made another movie that looked interesting to me, I would go watch it. You know,
Right, and I would be
like the way
surprised
that
if you
you
didn't.
just went and watched the PTA movie. You know.
I
um,
was a little surprised that I liked it as much. Honestly, I was happy that I did,
yeah, I
though.
was a little nervous whether you were gonna like it.
I love Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, that guy's a great actor, and everything
Yeah.
that I've seen him in, I'm like, this guy's rad. I don't know if he's a good person or not because I don't know him, but like his acting is some of my favorite. Like he's done a lot of movies that I really. I mean, I remember watching Basketball Diaries as a young person and being like, this guy is just like me, and like,
mhm.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying,
it's an awesome movie. Yeah.
and like so his whole career I've just followed him. Like he's only a few years older than me. So I mean, just look at the movies this guy's made and how he's impacted our conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's
Oh
very
no, yeah.
picky.
Yeah,
And
he doesn't
you
work very
know,
much anymore.
I know it's kind of great that he comes out with something like this important, I think it's an important movie, man. I think it's so crazy how it came out at this point in time because it was written a year and a half ago, you know, filmed a year ago, coming out now, and I think it's the universe is putting this one out there for people to watch. I don't know, man. We're dark times right now, you know, and so a movie like this may help a little. I don't know. Maybe it won't, but maybe it will.
Yeah, I mean, uh,
I still like that Leo, and this is gonna sound probably weird, but I like that he is aligned with these like extremists, but he is, Leonardo DiCaprio. I think
Yeah.
it's a very unusual role for him.
mhm.
Just because normally, like Wolf of Wall Street, right? He's normally a pretty boy. He plays a lot of pretty boy type characters, in my opinion. A lot of kind of like it guys who get all just like slaying women. and then he kind of reaches down for this one from his pedestal, right? I don't know if he's trying to say something about his career to some degree, but
Well, look
I
at some
liked
of
him being in
his.
this movie.
I was gonna say, if you look at his more recent run,
Yup,
he has really leaned away from the pretty boy
exactly what I was
persona.
going to say.
Um, a lot of a lot of the guys he's been playing are losers. I mean,
Once upon a time, and
in Hollywood, you know, very very much that the Killers of the Flower Moon, like he's like pretty
That's the one I was
despicable.
thinking of.
Um, what's another one that he's done pretty recently?
Revenant.
Revenant. I mean, that's probably a little more traditional. Don't Look Up. He's a, pretty much a
Like,
loser.
yeah, like a weirdo kind of in that movie.
Yeah, I'm looking through his like more recent stuff, but he's definitely he's leaning away from that stuff. He's
Well,
I mean Django Unchained. He's a racist,
yeah,
a
yeah,
slave
to
owner.
to to
Uh,
Clay's point though, like I like that he was young and passionate, and then when life changed, he was mature enough to accept that, okay, I can't go and do this stuff to the degree I did it at one point. Maybe I could still be somebody that has values that I can stand on, but I got to take care of this kid.
yeah,
And so many people don't think like that. And they may not be like activists or whatever, but there's so many people that have kids and they just still behave like they would always behave. And it's like, you can't do that anymore. You have to change. Like, there's no other
yeah.
option unless you're going
I,
to be
I
a scummy parent, you know?
I love that he is a fuck up and he's a stoner and all this stuff, and he still cares. Like
Right.
he's still got that heart, that drive. Like he's sitting there smoking his bong, but he's watching the Battle of Algiers, which is like about the revolution. Like he still cares about that stuff. That's still who he is deep down.
Dude,
I think it's and he's like, obviously he's the star of the movie, but for a big part of the movie, he feels like the back, in the back,
right.
like the whole first section of the movie, he's like the side character. You kind of just in the background, and even throughout the movie, like I mean, PTA makes ensemble movies. He generally doesn't focus on one person, but you really get a wide scope. It's not all about him.
yeah.
I love that about it.
Dude, everybody's talking about Sean Penn, and I think that the young girl and Leonardo DiCaprio are the two that made the most impact on me. I thought
I'd
Sean
say
Penn did a great job, but like I didn't think it was any better than the other two people. You know,
I
maybe
think
maybe it was. I don't know, but to me it
I
wasn't.
mean, I just think like it's a very showy performance.
That's
He's
true.
a great villain, in the way
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like the great villains we've had, in recent years, like just people like No Country from Old Men and things like that. He's
The
just
way
like,
he goes out is probably one of the funniest things I've seen in a movie, and just face. I thought that was the best acting he did in the whole movie because he just sits there, and I was like, that's got to be hard to do. I'd be giggling and stuff, bro.
yeah, just the fact
But
that his face was all messed up too, and just
I like Benicio del Toro a lot.
oh, I love
I was
it.
about to bring
I
him up.
think that,
Yeah.
he is like, in my opinion, more, I think he's like the brains of the organization, but you just sort of assume that. It doesn't really say, but so like DiCaprio's character is sort of being led around by a shadow group, right? And they're sort of delineating like where he should go, what he should drive, who he should meet. And I think that that's what Benicio del Toro's character represents, is like he is sort of the mastermind that's
All the way
potentially,
through,
directing all the traffic.
all
And
the
I
way
think it's
through, DiCaprio
badass.
is never the leader. He's always
Yeah.
no, he's
following
following.
someone else's directions.
Yeah, he's following the chick in the beginning, and yeah, I mean when stuff pops off, like Benicio del Toro
Yeah.
goes into freaking action.
And he's just cool as a cucumber too.
Yeah,
Like, and nothing ever affects him the whole time. Like,
I wish I could be like that.
Me
I
too.
am way too high strung, dude. I can't. Dude, what was your favorite part of the movie? Anybody have a part that really sticks out to them? I have a few things that really affected me, but there's one specific thing. I don't even know if it's a part of the movie, but is there anything that you
I
guys
like the
really
the car chase I thought was pretty unique. You know, we saw it in
Dude.
IMAX, and I
Yeah.
was just like,
Oh
"Whoa,
yeah.
shit!" And then, you know, the surprise at the end of that scene, I was like, "Golly, I didn't really see that coming." I talked to my buddy in Little Rock about it, and he was like, "Oh, I knew that was going to happen." I was like, "Did you?" Like, I didn't
I
see it
didn't.
coming, but it was pretty brilliant. That whole final scene with the battle on the hill, and that was just incredible to me. The car chase and all the leading up, and the the shadow group in the hills. Like, man, it was. I think that there's so much nefarious shit in the world. I walked out of that movie thinking like I saw the world a little bit differently. Like
Mhm.
maybe I only see what's right on the surface, but deep, like down beneath, there's a lot of stuff that we don't even know about that goes on. The people
Yeah.
disappear,
Oh, dude.
people reappear, you know, things blow up and we don't even know why. You know, hotel rooms this weekend in Houston, they're like, "Oh, it was a hot water heater." I'm like, "You sure about that? Are you sure about that?" You know,
Mhm.
I don't know, man. It
Yeah.
just like I walked out of that theater and I was like, "Man, there's something going on behind the scenes, probably continually, that I have absolutely no idea about." It was
Oh, dude,
pretty
there's a whole nother
intense.
world out there that we aren't privy to, man. We don't get to know about it because there's people with power that we will never experience. Like, we're just
Yeah.
these little minions to them, dude. They don't care
Oh
about
yeah.
us. We're not,
We're
our
definitely
lives,
peasants.
how valuable our lives are to us, they would scoff at that like tenfold. They wouldn't,
Yeah.
it's weird, man. Like, it's so,
And I think there's absolutely a lot of people in power, keep leaving people unnamed, but there's people in power that have their own little groups that are pulling strings in,
oh yeah, oh yeah.
beyond the legal system.
De
Yeah.
Niro.
Oh,
No,
right. The baby blood. Yeah.
no, but so one of the things about the movie that I really enjoyed, just like about the movie, was that at no point does she ever bring up to Leo whether or not that's her dad. At no point does he care. At no point is
I
it a
don't think he
thing.
ever finds out.
I
At
liked
least
that
Yeah, I
they
in
don't
the
think he
didn't.
movie.
knows.
No, and that's my point though. Is like that part of the movie, the fact that that is not in the movie. I love it, dude, because I think that even if it was in the movie,
Doesn't matter
that
to him.
character wouldn't care. And I
Yeah.
think that's why it's not in the movie because it wouldn't have mattered anyways.
I think she has
So,
that moment of struggle with it
bro,
when he shows up because she doesn't know what to feel, and then it's over and it doesn't matter.
dude,
Yeah.
you saw me in that theater, bro. I was like cheering and like crying, like, bro, like I've had a rough few weeks, man, so my emotions are all out of whack anyways, but that movie would have probably moved me in regardless. Like it would have put me in a weird headspace because it was a beautiful film.
Yeah.
Like and I like the fact that one of the uh what's it called? The what are they called, dude? They're called something. That group of people, they're called a group of like
First,
radic like
oh,
radicals or whatever, right?
White
Like the
white nationalists
no, no,
or
no, no,
or
no,
the
no. The
oh
radical group, whatever, right? So like the girl that he is
revolutionaries.
into, revolutionary. Thank you. The girl he was into, I I couldn't figure out her choice as far as casting. She was, and this is so shallow, but I'm just like she's supposed to be this woman that he's like infatuated with, and I just didn't understand that choice. I didn't think she, but although she played a really good crappy person, like she played a real good bad guy. So maybe that's what it was.
I I think I think she's I think being around somebody's energy like that could be infectious
That's
to
true.
the
That's
right
very
person.
true. Because Sean Penn even says like, the most beautiful black girl I've ever seen, or something like that. And I was like, what? Like, I don't know, man. But it's also very subjective, and doesn't matter what I think, so it doesn't matter. But I don't know, man. That chick really made me. You know what it is, dude? She made me so angry that if she was a good guy in that movie, I
Right.
probably would have found her much more attractive. But like, she was such a piece of crap. I was like, dude, and like, yeah, man.
She's
And I
just a
mean,
very selfish person. Like she's
very.
she's comes from a line of revolutionaries. Her mom says that to DiCaprio at one point,
Oh
and
yeah.
so she's grown up in this life, but she's taking it advantage of it for the ride, for the
She wants the glory.
yeah, just and yeah, she's just a thrill seeker, I think. You know.
And
Right.
you're kind of like, I'm making decisions for everybody here, right? This is what I think, but I'm doing this because I think it's good for everybody. You're sort of just like by default assigning that role to yourself and saying that you are important enough to be making these crazy
Mhm.
destructive decisions for everybody. I don't know. I think like you said, some people might find that attractive, like a very default form of leadership where you're like, hey, I'm in charge here. And I can see how that's attractive, right? But
Yeah, and his character we just talked about, he's not the leader.
That's valid.
right,
He's
he's
obviously attracted
that's
to
true.
a strong leader. So
Valid point.
yeah.
Valid point. Dude, the daughter I thought was like the highlight of the whole movie though. She was just so pretty and cool and smart and like on top of things and fearless. Like I thought, dude, this chick's gonna go on to do great things. Like in film, like with her career in real life. I was just like, dude, what a lucky pluck out of nowhere, man. Because as far as I know, she's only been in one other TV show, right?
Yep.
Bro,
It was the first
that's
movie.
so awesome, dude. Good for her, man. She's gonna go on to do great things, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, should
PTA
be.
is he's like been thinking about this movie, writing it for 20 years, he says.
Dang.
And he tried to get it started maybe like 7 or 8 years ago, and he said the thing that held him back then was he could not find the right Willa. They went through casting, he could not find the right person, and the reason that it
Huh.
got made this time was her.
That's amazing. You know what's funny
And the
about
character,
her
of course. But
is like in the movie, so like in the first part of it, I'm looking at her and thinking like, oh man, she's pretty. And then you're like, oh yeah, she's supposed to be like a pretty young person. And at a certain point in the movie, I don't know if it was makeup that they did different or if it was just I don't know her character arc or something, but at a certain point in the movie, there's like a spot where she's talking and she's facing the camera, and I thought,
mhm.
man, she's like a young innocent kid. Like it was weird how like again, it might have been makeup. I was thinking about this in the movie while I was watching it the second time. I was like, why does she look like a 14-year-old all of a sudden? Like the whole movie, she's acting like an adult woman that's out there doing these crazy radical things, and then all of a sudden, so I think it might have been very intentional you know, by the filmmaker to make her go from seeming as if she's like tough and maybe like wise beyond her years to like, no, dude, she's really just this kid. And she's been like thrust into this life of like shoot, I don't know, dude, living off the grid and paranoia and then she does stupid stuff like have that cell phone. Oh man, it made me so mad when the
but it
phone
was
rang.
but it makes total sense.
Oh
Of
no, it's
course she would
so,
have a phone.
of course she would have that, but I was so disappointed. I was like, no. And then what's her name? The girl that's in Scary Movie. She's like
Not Tiana Taylor's the
Regina Hall.
Regina,
Regina
yeah.
Hall. Yeah.
Regina Hall. She's like, give me the phone. She's like, you said you didn't have a phone. And I felt that disappointment, bro. I was like, oh, she's so angry. But she didn't reoverreact because what are you gonna do about it? Like, we're already here. You already have the phone. It already rang. They already tracking it. Let me at least get rid of it. And then the next scene, cut. They're like, oh, the phone's going this direction, and you're like, oh man, that's gonna be a costly mistake right there. But
Yeah. I think you really see um the girls acting when it's between her and Sean Penn too. Because you get some good scenes, but
why is your shirt so tight?
yeah, just like their interaction, like her strength and in those scenes, like and her, acting with big, big, strong characters like that, big actors, and holding your own is impressive.
Oh, dude, when she's holding the gun and she's laying on the ground and Leo comes around the corner holding that gun. Oh, dude, I don't know what's going on with me right now, bro. I can't keep my emotions in check. But he's like, it's your dad, and I'm like, get up, go grab that man. Like I was freaking out, bro. I really thought she'd go shoot him. I was like, oh no. Like the first time we watched it, I was like, please don't shoot him. I can't handle it. I'm gonna
Screaming
lose
the
my
codes
mind.
at him. Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, the part whenever he's doing the DNA test, Sean Penn's doing the DNA test thing, and he's like, what does he tell her? She's like, what is that? And he goes, did he say it's your future or it's your something?
Yeah.
Something
Uh,
like that.
and then like it gets down to the thing and he just goes, uh-oh. I was like, that was like my favorite part of him because you could see that he didn't really want it to be like that. I think he would rather have just let her go. Like he wanted to just go on with his life, and he's like, I gotta deal with this crap, and then he's got all those vigilante guys with him. Oh, bro.
Yeah, Tori was saying that for some reason she was thinking that he was gonna get not redeemed in some way, but he was gonna flip at some point, Sean Penn. And I was like,
Mm.
"There's no way." He was
No,
like
I didn't think
evil all the
so.
way through, but the one moment of the sliver of humanity is the fact that he still can't kill her. Even
So,
even then, he has to send her off with somebody else. But
Yeah.
oh, dude, I thought that was showed his humanity. Like he isn't
yeah, the sliver,
100% evil. Yeah,
one little
and like
sliver. He's still
I
sending
loved.
her off. He's
Right,
like
right. Well, because
wrestling her to the
he's
ground,
also
chasing her
kind of a
around.
coward. He's also
Oh,
kind of a coward.
absolutely.
And then she like judo
Yeah.
tosses him. I was like, oh, get him. But like that bounty hunter cat was cool too when he like drives off or does he even drive off or does he sit in the car? I think he sits in the car for a minute and he goes
Yeah.
back inside and he goes back inside and hands her the keys. Oh, he shoots that guy sitting up on the by that picnic table,
Mhm.
shoots him and then hands her the keys, and then he goes and sacrifices himself. I thought that was pretty wild, but
I'd forgotten watching it a second time. Is the same guy that like he's earlier in the movie.
yeah,
He
he
goes up
yeah.
and bags
Yeah.
the guy and drags him off and everything.
Dude, the first time we watched it, when that woman sees the guy at the front of the grocery store, she goes out the back door and he's like, "Wow, dude, that is the first time in a long time that I was like, ugh, like physically caught me, dude. I could,
Her like really bad wig flies off.
oh, dude, that was probably the actual best scene of the movie for me because it was the biggest surprise. I
The
did not see
guy
that coming.
sitting next to me who was like on his phone every once in a while, he was like, "Oh," he like freaked out.
Dude, it got me pretty good, man. It got me pretty good.
That was
But
the actor. That was the actress from Licorice Pizza.
Yeah. Haim or whatever.
oh, dang.
Yeah.
I
One of
didn't.
the Haim girls.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, this movie was awesome, man. I really like. I think it's like a 9 or higher for me, man. It's really good movie. Like, I was so glad that I enjoyed it because I know how much you liked it, and that I was glad that we all didn't walk out there with like very conflicting opinions. I didn't. Well, dude, at least once a year we need a movie where we can all watch and all get down on it, bro, and all enjoy it. Like it needs to happen at least once a year, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I can't wait to watch it again. I wish I could watch it again in the theater like y'all.
I may have to go do it again, bro. Like I have the time right now to go do some stuff like that. I need to take advantage of it because I have some free passes to Cinemark.
I'm gonna try and go one more time at least.
I want this movie to make some money.
I
I
think
want
it's doing. I think over like internationally and everything, it's doing okay, and I think it's gonna have some legs.
some
I think
staying
it's
power.
yeah. I think it's made close to 100.
Oh, that's good.
I think it went over 100. I think.
Did it go over
From-
100?
yeah,
It's
from what I
around
saw.
100. I mean, the the
I don't
market.
know about how much.
Yeah, it was in a very expensive movie.
Dude,
PGA
Josh
doesn't
is-
use CGI, so
dude, I'm telling you, this movie looked so good. That
There-
chase scene. I haven't really talked about that much. That is my favorite car scene that I have ever watched because it was so unexpected. And I mean, I'm probably being a little crazy about it right now, but like it was definitely a top chase scene because I've never seen a camera that low to the ground going that fast, and like I felt like I was in that car, dude. Like it was
it
making me
felt
a
like
little.
you were on the bumper of the car or something.
Dude, it was
like,
crazy, bro. I
real weird.
loved it. And it kept it like, because, when you go down, you can't see up over the next hill. And that's
Mhm.
probably what he was looking to try to achieve is that angle, right? I
Mhm.
thought it was so well done, man. And it was so well done. A minute ago, I started laughing. And the reason I was laughing is because I remembered what made me upset by them dumbass kids in the theater. Whenever, so the whole time they're not making any noise. There's no cheering, there's no nothing, right? But all of a sudden, at that part where it shows like the desert, and then you see that little silhouette, and it's Sean Penn marching up the thing with his face hanging off. Both of the kids went, "Oh yeah!" And we're clapping for him, dude. I was like, I didn't. It didn't. It made a lot more sense once we were in the bathroom and I heard them talking why they were clapping for him. But it was a very weird. I was like, the guy next to me, we both kind of like, I don't know if I looked at him or I know we were both thinking like, what? Like, because they audibly cheered and clapped when he was walking up. And my first thought was like, oh, they must really like Sean Penn, but they're like 19. What have they ever seen that he's made? You know, they're not fans of. Well, they clearly don't know him very well,
Yeah. I mean, that video you sent us the other day was, if you look at the comments, it was a bunch of people like that saying,
bro.
it's
That
going to rub some
video.
people the wrong way. It
That
is what it
video
is.
review blew my mind. The guy's like, "This was boring." I'm like, "What? What? On what planet?" But I like the pacing a lot too, man. The movie was awesome.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
fantastic movie.
Anybody
Um,
watch anything else cool this week?
we should probably wrap it up, huh? We've been going for a little bit.
It's up to you,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, I've been watching a couple of the Nightmare movies that I got the 4Ks, so I watched a couple of those. I think Chris, you watched
Yeah, I watched
some
two
of
and
them too.
yeah, I watched two and three. Yeah, two was okay. Like
Yeah.
I didn't hate it,
I
but
watched two as well.
You
it
watched
was
it?
Yeah, it sucks, dude. The movie's terrible.
Okay.
I liked some of the effects, like you said, but like I just didn't like the movie. Man, I couldn't get into it. But
yeah, it's like it still just
different strokes, man.
it doesn't hold a candle to three. Like when three's
Oh,
No.
sitting right there behind it, like it's yeah,
I wasn't
it's never gonna.
I was never trying to say it was like better than 3 or anything. I just was like, everyone has always said that this movie is like a piece of shit, like unwatchable. And so when I watched it, I was like, this is pretty good. It's fun. Like
Yeah, I can't say that it was unwatchable. It's just not really for me.
okay.
But no, I'm saying
I thought it
I'm
was
kind of
fun.
agreeing. It's not. I don't think it's unwatchable. That's a little much, but
I mean, yeah, its reputation has always been like in the dirt, and
yeah,
so when I
people
put
don't
it
like it.
on, I was expecting basically nothing, so that's probably part of it.
I
But
don't think I would skip it if I was doing like a Nightmare marathon. There's no reason to skip the movie. It's I don't think I've watched that one with Brick, and we've watched a bunch of them. But yeah,
yeah, I mean, just like it doesn't have the iconic. See, I like the first one a lot, but I don't think it's like a masterpiece. Like
oh,
people
I don't think so either, dude.
overrate that movie a little bit, in my opinion. I know Clay's a huge fan of it, but um, there's parts of it that don't hold up. I think the ending is pretty silly. The effects are a lot, they're just not amazing. And Freddy is like a pretty undeveloped character, you know. He does barely talks in the first movie. And I just
I kind of like that about it though.
Yeah, it's kind of like
He gets a little ridiculous towards the later movies.
and like three, he's like calling everybody bitch and like
yeah, it's just
it's a
more
little
to
ridiculous.
me that's more fun. I mean, I don't think that any of the movies are scary, so I want to have fun with the movies. And
That's valid. They're not
uh
scary.
yeah, so I want him to be a little bit more of a character than he is in the first one, and you can sort of see more of that in the second movie. He has a little more
That's true.
character. His makeup's a lot better. He's a little ripping his skin off, and you see his brain. And I just thought it was more fun. Uh,
It's kind of
it's
like
not a better movie than the first one, but it's a fun movie. That's all I'll
it's
say.
like the Friday the 13th fans that and I'm like, you don't even really get to like what you know as Friday the 13th until the third movie. Like you don't
Right.
even, and Halloween's the one that did it right from the jump. It was the one that was good, and the second one was, I liked the second one, and then the third one is probably my favorite one. But it's not because of it's just I just really like that movie a lot. But
Mhm.
yeah. Well, I know you want to get out of here. I recommend you guys do not watch the Ed Gein show.
Is
I've been
it
So,
hearing bad
bad?
things about it.
bro, I've watched about two-thirds of an episode. I don't know if I'm gonna even finish that episode.
I've been hearing a lot of bad things about
Bro,
Hmm.
it.
yeah, we'll just table this and talk about it later.
I
So I'll
was
see if I can get through another episode or two or something.
Chris is probably bummed.
She is glad that I don't like it because she didn't really want to watch it because it didn't the subject didn't really get her at all. But she was like, "Oh, well, let me know if you think I'll like it." And I told her I was like, "Yeah, well, you're lucked out because this show sucks." She was like, "Oh, good. Let's go watch Mindhunters." I was like, "Let's do that."
nice.
Yeah, she loved that show. But
Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, always good. Anyways, we'll wrap it up. Nightmare City next week. There, guys.